Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Sunday. This is Gold Cooper Brothers here, and this is my first video of 2021. In addition to this being my first video of 2021, I have just come back to some news that my YouTube channel has just passed 100 subscribers. Woo! Yeah. So, I want to thank all those who were among the first 100 to subscribe. We were one subscriber over, so to mark this special occasion, I will be reading 10 statements most people find hard to believe. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, let's begin. Did you know that Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire? It ain't always easy to gauge historical timelines across different parts of the world. For example, the last execution by guillotine happened the same year Star Wars came out. The Aztec Empire was founded in 1428, and the University of Oxford was founded in 1096. Despite this crazy fact, Oxford University ain't the oldest university out there. India's Nalanda University had already operated for hundreds of years and been burnt down by invaders before Oxford set up as a school. Did you know that giraffes eat bones? Another animal we need to discuss is the beloved giraffe. Giraffes are herbivores and generally live off the leaves and twigs of acacia, mimosa, and wild apricot trees, but they can often be seen in the wild chewing on the bones of dead animals. They do this because when nutrients are lacking in their normal daily diets, giraffes become nutritionally stressed, and they then seek out bones to gain the phosphorus and calcium their bodies require. Bones are manipulated in and out of the mouth by the tongue while being sucked and chewed. This behavior is known as osteophagy. Osteophagia means the feeding of bones. The bones ain't swallowed, but dropped once the nutrients have been extracted. So in theory, you could play fetch with a giraffe. You might get a few odd looks down at the dog park, but hey, haters gonna hate. Did you know that more time separates the T-Rex from the Stegosaurus than the T-Rex from humans today? The dinosaur known as the Stegosaurus roamed the earth about 150 million years ago, during the Jurassic period. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, Stegosaurus had already been extinct for approximately 80 million years when Cretaceous period arrived, and dinosaurs such as T-Rex first appeared about 67 million years ago. To summarize, 80 million years separated Stegosaurus from T-Rex, while 67 million years separate T-Rex from us. Alrighty. Did you know that pineapples were so expensive, people once rented them as fancy decorations? Though the debate rages on as to whether pineapple belongs on pizza, there was another place that people wanted a pineapple to reside. Their homes! In the American colonies in the 1700s, pineapples were imported from the Caribbean islands and were very expensive. One pineapple could cost as much as $8,000 in today's money. Insanity! The fruit evoked such jealousy among the lower classes that colonial confectionery stores and pineapple merchants would rent the pineapples out. When they were done, the same fruit was then sold to more affluent clients who could afford to eat them. Interestingly enough, the pineapple as ornament has made a comeback in recent years, with the pineapple shape being used to render lamps, ornaments, and even wallpaper. Today, the pineapple remains the symbol of hospitality both in New England and many of the southern states. It's the official symbol of the city of Newport, Rhode Island, where it's been a symbol of hospitality since the 1650s. Did you know that there's a species of shark that can live for around 500 years, half a millennium? We're gonna need a bigger boat. According to Science Daily, Greenland sharks live at least as long as 400 years, 2/5 of a millennium, and they reach sexual maturity at the age of about 150. Analysis suggests they live an average lifespan of 272 years. However, the two largest sharks in this study were estimated to be roughly 335 and 392 years old. Based on this evidence, the Greenland shark is the oldest known vertebrate to roam the earth. Terrifying! Did you know that jacks and jills were once a unit of measurement? Before the introduction of the metric system in Great Britain, the standard single measure of spirits in a pub was a gill, Gill, or jill, Jill. Half a gill was a jack, or an eighth of a pint. So, from smallest to biggest is jack, jill, and pint. Confused? So is everyone else, which is why the metric system was brought into being in 1965. As a bonus fact, did you know that there are only 3 countries in the world that still refuse to make the leap over to the metric system? Liberia, Myanmar, and of course this country, no surprise there. Did you know that Maine is the closest US state to Africa? Huh? But it's so far north, this makes no sense. Most people would expect Florida to be the closest. Extending out into the Atlantic, Florida is the most southeastern state, after all, but Maine is almost 1,000 miles closer. The easternmost point in the contiguous U.S. is a peninsula called West Quarry Head in Lubec, Maine. Located about 3,154 miles from El Doza, Morocco, West Quarry Head is also the point in the U.S. that's closest to Africa. Did you know that Harry Potter has been translated into ancient Greek? The Harry Potter books have been translated into 60 languages worldwide, and one of those is Ancient Greek. Back in 2001, the Daily Telegraph revealed that a Latin translation of the first Harry Potter book was in the works by Peter Needham. Not to be outdone, Andrew Wilson, a retired classics teacher from Bedford, England, created the ancient Greek version in 2004. His aim in doing so was to recreate a version of the book which would make sense to a Greek from any era up to the 4th century AD. Wilson also commented, "This language has not been used in this form for around 1500 years, and I am pretty sure this will be the longest text written in it since that time." Did you know that beheading wasn't abolished in the UK till 73, and France last used the guillotine in 77? Off with his head. No, really! Capital punishment in the UK has been outlawed officially since 98, and unofficially since 69, but it happened in several stages. The last executions by hanging took place in 68. However, some crimes did still qualify for the death penalty, including espionage and treason, among others. Beheading was abolished as a method of execution for treason in 73. Hanging, however, remained available till 98 when, under a House of Lords amendment to the Crime and Disorder Act of 98, the death penalty was abolished for treason, replacing it with discretionary maximum sentence of life imprisonment. The last time France used the guillotine was September of 77, just months after the first Star Wars film came out, when Hamida Gendoubi was executed after murdering his girlfriend. And last but not least, did you know that the first man to be put on the moon happened or occurred before they put wheels on suitcases? Did you know that they put the first man on the moon before they put wheels on suitcases? Keeping with the space theme here, we all know that the moon landing occurred on July 20th, 1969, but the first patent for wheels on luggage was issued in 72. All this innovation was occurring in the 60s, as the Soviets and Americans battled it out in the space race. Yet, if we look at the broader social context, we can see clues that reveal why wheels on a suitcase weren't such a priority. Travel was much more of a luxury back then, and only the wealthy could afford to travel frequently. The whole experience of traveling had an air of glamour, and those who were fortunate enough to travel frequently didn't carry their own bags. That was the job of the porter. With the democratization of air travel in the 70s came the invention of wheeled luggage. Necessity is the mother of invention after all. And there you have it, people. Those are 10 facts many people, or most people, find hard to believe. I hope you found this video interesting. And yeah, Happy New Year. Let me know in the comments below which facts or statements surprised you the most. This is Gold Cooper Brothers signing off.